everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're continuing Final Fantasy XVI. So in the last episode we went around different places and helped people with stuffs. Not a whole lot of like main story stuff, more like what felt like side quest stuff. So yeah, now we're supposed to go speak with Otto again, but we do have a missive here that I have not read yet, so let's start with that. Let me just make sure that I'm recording and that everything's fine. Yeah, sure. Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, word from Northreach. Clive, you have the town's thanks for helping rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have seen the end of their like. Good Philip has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling, but oft worry the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders. Just as I imagine the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's doors. The flames burn bright, from Wade. You have an uncanny talent for showing up where you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic, and us but more of their nameless numbers. However, with the horde now both thinned and fractured, we guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He's a good man, attentive, polite, hard-working. So as you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. Aww. From Martha. How fares the rest? The Guardians are getting along with the axes fine enough, working to shore up the rest's walls when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akashic had you not given that horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick reviver, come see us and we'll tap you a cask. We'll tap you a cask. That's a weird sentence. Dramatis personae. Lubor. The Guard and League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection, and those stiff limbs of yours, and your countenance, and well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? We did not do good. Oh god, we did not do good. Hi. Do I need to restock? Hi.
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
Let me see. Oh yes, one potion. Thank you.
Blind, you know.
I gave you money. All right. Hi.
I'd be happy to tell Otto everything that happened, but I know he appreciates it when you spare him the time.
Aw, let's go talk to him.
Did you see that?
Wait,
Tell me you saw that.
do you have something new?
A youth claiming kindred with your old commander arrived earlier this morning. Well spoken he was, and handsome too. More than a few of the girls and boys have taken an interest, if you get my meaning.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna go talk to someone before I talk to Otto. Just out of curiosity, do they have a new love interest again? I think it's too soon.
The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest.
It's the
My
same.
heart beats for for another.
Yeah,
Now, if only Lady Talia would
yeah,
let me into the
we've heard this. I thought that it was too soon to have a new one. I think we need to progress more. Was there anything else I wanted to do? Ooh, hi.
We've sent Cursebreakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil, and Northreach. Hopefully they can help maintain the peace. Or at least a semblance of it.
Cole told us everything that happened. It's a bit of a worry that both the Republican and Imperial armies are in disarray. But it was good to hear that the people stood their ground.
Hi, Otto.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
That's one way to describe it.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
Oh yeah, surprise.
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
Agreed.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Joshua's in our party! Joshua's in our party! What the heck, dude?
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
I see side quests. Oh god, I see a lot of side quests. Okay.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
I'm just gonna ignore that. New hunts? Oh right, hunts! I have previous ones to do as well. SC? I have 2 C ranks, 2 B ranks. So I'm trying to think what to do with these. Do I do like maybe the lower ones, maybe like C's and B's on my own time? Or do I just do like a hunt episode one day where I just spend an entire episode just clearing out the hunts? I don't know. I still need to figure out what I want to do with them. Oh my god, 3 quests? Really? 4 quests? At least? Oh! It's gonna be a side quest day. I see. Okay, it's gonna be a side quest day. I have learned my lesson. I'm not moving forward until all the side quests are done.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Yes, we will. Alright, let's start clearing out the map starting from this corner here, I'd say.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will
Sure.
there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
Mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Allow me to help.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
On balance.
My biggest worry is that the children have somehow damaged the scales, but are wary of asking for help because they think they'll be punished. And if I find out that's the case, I swear I'll take the switch to every last one of them.
Seems that
Oh boy.
it's lost its appetite.
Oh, that blasted book.
Disguised as they are.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are
Okay.
you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword.
You have
You
both.
remember Ivan's stew, right?
Vividly.
Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down.
I've seen
So
the
I thought I'd try
dude.
making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Oh, that's how it goes. Okay. Will do. I did help Ivan.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one?
Combs.
Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Sorry, dry air.
I thought I had it all worked out, but I'm buggered if I know where to find skyworm livers and drake's mint. Best hope everyone's favourite know-it-all can help us, eh?
Alright.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Hi.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers. Me, I reckon they built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving. Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts?
That sounds like a
Some say that's one of
story.
the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, So that a nether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers. Me, I reckon they built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving.
Could it be? Alright. Talk to me.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive.
Cool.
And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Will do. Oh my god. Okay, how do I want to do this? I kind of don't want to grab everything all at once because then I get mixed up in the quests. Should I just do the one that I just was doing, the culinary thing, and finish that, then do the thing with the kids, and then unlock these other two? I think that's what I want to do. Alright, so I need to go to North Reach for those. Or not. Are you kidding me? I can't do my side quest right now? Because I'm forced to move forward in the story? Why would you unlock a side quest for me right now that I cannot finish right now? That makes absolutely no sense. Fine, we're not doing that quest right now, it seems. Let's go talk to the kids, and then we'll see if I can do these other quests, or at least as much as I can, and then I guess we're gonna move forward. Or should I just leave these quests for later? I don't know.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and
We're not all gonna die.
I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Ooh, we're gonna inspect this? Book of Sums. Old farmer Otto keeps both chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in his barn to rest. However, Otto woke the next morn to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. Question, how many chocobos were in the barn?
I'm telling you, I can fix
these
them.
are like teaching steps.
Sid! Out of your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way I see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
Trial and error.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
We're gonna be teaching them.
Must have been magic keeping those scales together. It's the only explanation.
It's the only explanation. It was magic.
Must have been magic keeping those scales together.
No.
It's the only explanation.
This one.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
The arm?
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
Sure.
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
The pans.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think you'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
The gear.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult.
This is cute.
So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
There's still the gear.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah. Hairs for the future. she's showing us her secrets now so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Midadol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Gotta figure it out.
Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
Figure it out. Alright. Ah! Where am I going? Oh my god. Surely in the shelves. Oh yes, let's go this way.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
The Akashic are coming and they won't stop until it's...
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do as much as I can in here, and then we're gonna do main story.
On his own sons. Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
You've given them far more than that, and I'm sure they're very grateful.
Aww.
If Mid is teaching my pupils her secrets, I suppose I should brush up on some of them myself.
Alright, we did at least one quest. Off to the next one. We can't do the not to be outdone one yet before moving forward with the main story, but that's okay. We can try to see if we can do these other ones. Hi, Goods.
What am I gonna do?
Let's ask about the skies first. I reckon these skies are enough to give anyone the golly wobbles. I have no idea what that is. But I'm not gonna sit around hanging my head and twiddling my thumbs. Did enough of that back in Twinside while you were busy fighting that horrible dragon. And then that even horribler one.
But no more.
From now on, I'm gonna do what you lot do and properly pull my finger out, no matter how much my knees are knocking. This is a weird, like, what? Can't have Nan and Blackthorn thinking I'm a great big wet blanket now, can I? So don't you worry about me. You just stick to what you do best, saving the world. An eye for an eye.
Is everything alright, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
I'm not afraid of a lashing.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Sure.
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
I love the side quests in this game. They're just pure gold.
Sometimes sells swords and that, but never to anyone who's not a friend of ours. That's how it's been for as long as I've known her. You don't think it's true what people are saying, do you?
Hi.
Lady Charon. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dallimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Charon. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into Tyre?
I spoke with Lady Charon.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dallimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Charon ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
Not before my main story.
It is.
Because I can't leave. I have to go do my main story first.
I'll find out who's been making up lies about Poe and Anne, and when I do, I don't know what I'll do, but it won't be pretty.
Got it. Alright, we have 2 quests that we can't continue. I think we had one more here. A humble request from Sebastian Rutherford. Master Clive, I apologize for the sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits in back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. I shall help thee after my main story.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
We'll see eventually. Smooth like butler. Alright, I think it's time to do main story. I don't think I can do anything else right now. Grojit Echoes, Central Dalmatia, a wind-blasted sprawl of bottomless ravines, latticed with the colossal flotsam of a people fallen. Seems like we have to go forward. Also reading. What a party. Cloak and Dagger.
It's like a dream. The 4 of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
I wonder if I can now travel. Because if I can, I would love to finish my side quests first. Now I can travel! Okay, let's finish up the side quests and then we'll do main story, although I don't know if we have time for that, but we'll see. So, Not to Be Outdone is in Northreach, so let's go there. Oh, those are far. Okay.
Nothing like a little unrest.
This is gonna take a while. Hi. Sure, we can do some battles. Some tiny bit of grinding would not be a bad idea, I don't think. Oh. Ouch.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Well, I think I'm seeing some kind of a dragon. But am I seeing my quest? Or am I seeing a hunt? Am I gonna regret life choices soon? Blueback wyvern. Defeat a blueback wyvern on the Oh. Okay, we need to beat this one. Slay the enemy.
Right. Let's get this over with.
Let's get a good start. Before things go to shit. Oh god. Yeah. Oof. There we go. Oh, dodge. Also, now that we have a 3-man party, are we gonna have a 3-man party like all the time? Alright, let me speak now. If I go to other places, am I gonna have a 3-man party as well? Because I'm thinking, should I do those hunts now? Raptor liver. Key item. Some naturalists believe that it is the blueback wyvern's proclivity to feed on carrion that results in their livers becoming so engorged that the saints' bonnets with which they follow their meals serve to ameliorate this effect. Others claim that it is the blooms themselves which cause the damage, the wyverns being so taken with the flower's taste that they cannot resist.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
I bet Aerith could help with bright yellow flowers. Maybe these? God,
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Not yet. We have other quests to do. Alright, so that's back to Hideaway. Then we have something in Martha's Rest. Join Rutherford. Oh, right, this dude. Upstairs? Oh, yes.
My lord
Hello.
Marcus, is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter.
Yes.
I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your Lord Uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
Oh, we're
That
going to be
doesn't exactly
traveling.
narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalimil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
Thank you.
My associate in Dhalmekia would have had to pass through the Republic's checkpoints to gain entry to the capital. Perhaps someone in Dalimil or Tabor would have seen him.
Well, I'm gonna go to Dalimil anyway, so this is actually perfect. Not the hideaway, Dalimil Inn.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
The bandits may be now, but look what they've left us with.
So we need to rendezvous with
It shouldn't be too hard to find Goots.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps. But the gentlemen of the leader.
Yo, dude, hi.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Charon's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says them all.
Just a sec, neighbor's being super loud. I'm gonna give them a sec. Alright, I think they're done for now.
Swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalimil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in 2 places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Charon hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You don't think that there just might be 2 people named Karen? Investigate the storehouse, but this is technically closer, so... Oh, we're gonna be jumping from one thing to another. That's okay. Wait. You have something new? Oh, let me guess. An orc roll?
Are you looking for something in particular?
I think you just have an orc roll. Yeah, you have an orc roll. Desert
Very
Dins.
well.
Yeah, we have the search for Rutherford's colleague is in this direction.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Oh, fighting? Oh, yes.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then?
Sure.
If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Oh! Let's see what's gonna survive this. Not a whole lot. You can't die. That was somehow just really funny.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican Army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Take it.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
That lighting is kind of pretty. Alright, let's see. We still have here... I'm just gonna do a little quick shortcut here. Let's do the other thing here. Hi.
It has long been my habit to keep a watchful eye on the comings and goings around Dalimil. I shall continue to do so, that our people might be warned of any further attacks. I pray that you continue to play your part too. Not of outlaw, but of hero to the hopeless.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Alright, this should be close.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Oh boy.
Leave now and we could pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, that's not ready yet. Oh, I'm sorry. That's ready. Don't really have stuffs ready, but we'll start off with what we have. Oh yes, pile up together. Beautiful. What direction? Oh yes, yes. Okay, sorry. Now I've got this. Tired muscle. Yeah, that dude, I was about to say that dude should be dead. Yeah.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head.
He can try.
He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Charon's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Charon. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Well, that took a turn.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No. No. I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself.
Goose, no.
Enough, all of you!
Oh, hello.
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
You don't look much like a fighter. Yeah. Poor guy.
Goose, you... If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Heck yeah!
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind, but that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Charon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I am speechless. My god, have I ever mentioned how important the side quests in this game are? Okay, so we found out what happened to Charon's eye, and she... Can we see the poor dude? I don't know if I want to see the poor dude.
If you ever do that again, I'll whip you to within an inch of your life. Run from your master, would you?
Not who I was looking for, but okay. Because I wanted to kind of see the dude, the poor dude without the eye. Alright, I need to bring some stuffs back to the hideaway. Oh, I have a bad blood. There's a side quest when we do move forward with the main story. But I have no reason to be here right now. I still have one quest somewhere in here. We're starting to run out of time though. Oh my god, I never even realized that I can move this like this. Oh my god. Ooh, what's that? Ooh. I think I want to go to the hideaway and maybe try to finish 1 or 2 of these quests. We're not going to be able to finish all of them today, so... Ooh, hi.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome.
I've heard this.
I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
It's the same dialogue even though he's sitting in a different place. Standing, sorry. Alright, here's your stuff.
Its appetite.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
Yes.
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
Saint's Bonnet and Raptor's Liver. The Saint's Bonnet, while this pungent herb, once known as a drake's mint, has no known curative properties, it does have the ability to mask foul odors and flavors, which is why it is found in recipes involving particularly foul-smelling flesh, such as the lights and livers of wild beasts. Lights of what? What are lights of wild beasts?
And
God,
what
I'm starting to
precisely
get
will
so
I be
hungry.
cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Sometime later.
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Seems like it's going well.
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Can't argue with tastes, I suppose. Bloody hell. Alright, we finished a quest.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Let's see if we can still finish off this one and then call it a day. I need to eat. So hungry.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
Cute.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. Don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today will cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Never give me a discount. Displayed in Clive's chambers. Continental censer? According to Charon, a censer packed with herbs and ambergris can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. So you can read. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, more?
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
Storytime.
Right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find herself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
I love Charon. Love Charon so much. Ask about Goots.
That great lump.
Why, he's gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart. And I'd far rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers in the coffers. I won't hear a bad word said about him. Though I might say a few myself. The lad's even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now, so I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. If that blowhard of a blacksmith should even think about doing Goots down, we'll be having words.
Take care.
I love Charon. My god. Oh right, we got a new thing in here as well. here? An ornate brass censer from beyond the outer seas, gifted to Clive by Charon for his assistance in clearing her name. According to the Cantankerous shopkeeper, I have no idea how to pronounce that word. When packed with herbs and ambergris and left to smolder, the fragrant smoke produced can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. Our collection is growing. And with that, I think it's time to leave this episode here. We will do the one remaining side quest next time. And yeah, I love this game so much. It's so good. It's so good. And man, these side quests are so good. Love it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!